Hello, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf. Today we're taking a look at the Creativity Oracle by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. Visions of Enchantment to Guide and Inspire Magic Makers. This is an oracle deck, 80 cards oracle deck that is published by Red Feather, which is an imprint of Schiffer Publishing. And it's a beautiful deck. Let's take a look. It comes in this beautiful sturdy box. That has a magnetic closure. It comes with a book that is just superb, great quality. The book has glossy pages, full color pictures. The cards were in this insert, in this cradle, which I utterly hate actually. I don't love at all because in the attempt of pulling the cards out, you can easily scratch the borders, the edgings, especially if the cards are gilded, like in this case, because these are 80 cards that feature the artwork in the front and the message in the back, and they're gilded in gold. Unfortunately, when I received this deck, the cards were just a block. They were stuck to each other, and it's been really difficult separating the cards. I do not separate them using my fingers. I do not recommend doing that. I just waited for the deck, which by the way was delivered on a snowy day, to get to room temperature, and that made it easier for me to try to separate the cards in smaller blocks, and then eventually go like this. Try to bend each side and wait to hear that noise, that crack that tells you that the cards are finally separating. Unfortunately, the cards got a little damaged while doing that, as you can see for some of the cards, like for example this one. Some of the coating, the color came off. The good thing is that the damage is visible in the back of the cards, not so much or not at all in the front because of the nature of the artwork, this very layered collage art, very textured kind of artwork is so colorful and so variegated that you can hardly see if some of the coating came off. And I don't think the damage happened in the front of the cards at all. It was mainly in the back. I might decide, if I feel like it, to cover some of the most obvious discoloration with a Sharpie. But right now I feel like I'm just going to enjoy the deck, which is a very enjoyable deck. So let's read from the guidebook. What is the intent? What is the mission statement of this deck? Or better yet, from the back of the box. The box was slightly damaged when I received it, but I ordered this online from a book retailer, and there was a deep discount on this box. It was still sealed, but I guess they offered such a discount because there were minor imperfections here and there. Creativity is all about balance and being imaginative while being realistic. Husband and wife team Monty Farber and Amy Zerner devised this beautiful new oracle deck and guidebook for you, the magic makers, writers, artists, and craftspeople of the world, to empower you as a compass, an assistant, a prompt, an obstacle remover, a game changer, and a pathfinder. The inspiring principles in this divination system are designed to help stimulate the creative process and enable an imaginative and intuitive flow, while motivating and guiding your gifts and talents, whether you want to make your living doing what you love or to bring more fulfillment into your life. Each of the 80 cards is created from Amy's rich sewn tapestry collage, visions of enchantment that make every one of your oracle readings a work of art. a deck of 80 oracle cards, an illuminating guidebook to spark self-discovery. To my great amazement, though, since I have been working with the deck for a few days now, I realized that this deck is not just an incredible affirmation or oracle deck for readings concerning your profession, your job, your creativity, your creative projects. It's also a great deck for questions regarding your relationships and other spheres of your life. Because in the end, the creativity is the principle that shapes everything we create as human beings, not only artifacts or material things, but also spiritual connections, love connections, romantic relationships. So it's a deck that could be used for any kind of readings, and it's not just, as I said, an affirmation deck. I think it works pretty well also for divination purposes. I would pull one card at the beginning of the day, for example, as a catalyst for reflection, and maybe clarify with some tarot cards, or use these cards as a wrap up, end of a reading, guidance, reflection after you use your regular tarot cards. But let's take another look at the guidebook. Let's see what the guidebook says or what it's featured in it. So we have a table of contents, an introduction, and it's I have to say, it's written so well. I'm a book reviewer, so I'm very keen on looking at these guidebooks that accompany decks from a critique point of view. And I have to say, it's written really well. I'll give you an example. What is creativity? Creativity is simply using mindfulness to respond to a challenge. And what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is bringing your attention to the present moment. So if your present moment contains a challenge and you stay mindful, focused on that challenge, and you successfully deal with that challenge and continue to do so with future challenges, then you're living your life as a creative person, period. And so on and so forth. We also have a chapter, I'm sure, that talks about how to use the cards, the creativity oracle cards, suggestions for readings and spreads, one card reading, past, present, future reading with 3 cards, and how to use the creativity oracle cards with the tarot. And then we have Magic Maker Stepping Stones. Let's see what it is. Creativity is an organic life process. It is both a practical and a cosmic journey. True creativity is arrived at by following a disciplined psychological and spiritual path. Being creative entails the liberation of your dream and the ultimate realization of its delight. So, final thoughts. And then we get into these 80 cards. There's a good paragraph for each of them. There's a keyword and a key sentence that is featured also on the back of the cards. And the same goes for all the 80 cards. It's a really meaty deck. It comes with so much creativity, so many beautiful images. And then there is a reference to one of their tarot decks, the Enchanted Love tarot deck, and a picture of the creators in the back. Now, I may not be able to show all the cards. The light is not, natural light is not in my favor today. So by the time I'm done with 80 cards, this room will probably be too dark. But I will be posting a second video to show you how to work with this deck in combination with other tarot decks. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit that bell notification button so you can get notifications for when I post the next video. So the cards are not in order. I've been using with them, and let's take a look at some of them. So we have this one. They're numbered, and they do not come in alphabetical order, but it's easy to find them in the book because of the number. So we have, for example, nature. Go out in nature as much as you can, for its pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. Of course, you can use your intuition to read these cards. Maybe just the keyword will speak to you and not so much the message. Maybe there will be something in the image that you can relate to or that has a meaning for you. For example, I was doing a reading the other day for a friend of mine who was having a hard time um, dealing with the fact that her kids are growing older and becoming independent. And this card came out, and when she was asking, how can I better handle my relationship with them? And I realized that these two animals in the card, the horse and the cat, were talking to her more than the message itself, because these two animals are symbol of freedom and independence. And this is what she has to come to terms with, the fact that her kids are growing and that she needs to become more mindful or respectful also of their desire to be independent, their need actually to be independent and free. So that was an example of how you could do a reading using this deck, not precisely a reading regarding your professional or creative endeavors, but also relationships, all kinds of relationships, not only romantic. Then we have this one. If you have I think the Enchanted Tarot deck, created by the dynamic duo, Zerner and Farber, this would be a perfect match. Unfortunately, I don't have that deck. I used to have their first edition and I got rid of it in time, but the art style is exactly the same and it would be a perfect match for this. You have happy accidents. Fortunate accidents can act as a guide to edit and be open to where you should go next. Precision, the desire to do things precisely, is useful as long as it does not devolve into rigidity. I see a path here, butterflies. I see a couple. So this is a card that could talk about relationships. Collaboration. Creative people can be inspired by sharing and stimulating creativity in others. This is a beautiful card. Wounds. Withheld support from the past can cause low self-esteem that cripples action. You might recognize some images. They're taken from some renowned works of art. This one reminds me of the Raphaelist period art movement. And this is about direction. Switch gears, reboot, and try a new and different direction. The Heron, I think this is an heron, the bird here. It's a symbol also of messages. Delay. Confront a natural tendency to delay the finishing of a creative endeavor. Overwhelm. The hard work we love can leave us feeling burdened, drained, and burned out, among other problems. This is almost like a 9 or a 10 of wands in the RWS. Botanical elements, flora and fauna everywhere. Enchantment. We are enchanted when the muses sing the art spirit into us. Typically Japanese building. Perfectionism. Be content to know perfection is a distant utopian goal to which we journey but never arrive. Play. Our work can and should take on the quality of a play, for it is play that stimulates creativity. Pause. Accept that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. So it's not just an affirmation, an affirmative statement that you can get from these cards. There's a lot of good guidance. There's a lot of several calls to action. Trust. Trust that you were born a creative being and have never stopped being one. And then we have other words like insight, limits, transformation. This one reminds me of the Hermit card. Introspection. Introspection is often necessary to deepen our awareness of the unity and divinity of life. Definitely the Hermit card from the Tarot. Capable. Some abstract art too. Details. Cooperation. Communication. Beautiful. Secrets. Confidence. This is definitely like a queen or a king of wands, judging by the sunflowers and the tiger. Fear. Preparation. As you can see, truth. Every card is a beautiful tapestry where Amy Zerner used all the creativity she can muster to create a cohesive image, layering textures, colors, ethnic references, artwork from different time periods. Passion. It will take passion for you to push through your self-criticism to get to a place of confidence. Beautiful message. Beliefs. Generosity. Recycle. Curiosity. Innovation. New start. This one looks a lot like a fool's card. Go deeper. Originality. And many, many others. Beautiful. Let go. What, if anything, can be done to let go of what is standing in your way? Intuition. So as I said before, I will be posting a separate video to show you how I worked with this deck. Combinations with other tarot deck and oracle decks too. Nurture. This could be an Empress card or a Queen of Coins. For self-care, try loving and nurturing yourself as you would a child or a pet. The cards are glossy, but not excessively. Not too much. Oh, this is the card that is showcased on the box. Beautiful. The deck is quite thick, and the only way for me to shuffle these cards is either creating smaller piles, like 2 or 3 different piles, and try riffle shuffling that way, or I will just side shuffling, hand over hand, like I normally do. It's even better. So let's pull 3 cards and take a look. In this very bad lighting, I apologize about that. Days don't seem to grow longer, I have to say. Days seem to grow shorter around here because of the weather. So let's see what message we got at random. Free associate, allow the first thing that comes into your mind without self-censorship to bestow a vision upon you. Accomplishment, remember past accomplishments as a way to overcome present self-doubt. And obstacles, do not dwell on how you're going to surmount obstacles presently in your way. I hope this message answers a question for you. And once again, this was a look at the Creativity Oracle, Visions of Enchantment to Guide and Inspire Magic Makers by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. I recommend it. I really love it. I had great readings with it. And I'll see you next time with a video about how to work with this deck in combination with other tarot and oracle decks. Thank you very much. In the meantime, many blessings to you all. Thank you for being here. Bye.